What happens after you sign the franchise agreement? What to expect? Let's go. When am I open? How long is it open? We're going to talk about some of those things today. So before we do that, I am Tim Parmeter, founder and CEO of FranCoach. We are a national search firm dedicated to working with individuals interested in owning a franchise. We are partnered with well over 600 franchise brands now that spans about 70 different industries, niches, subcategories. Our goal is to help our clients find the absolute best franchise for them to own. So today, as already mentioned, what happens after you sign the franchise agreement? Two of our clients, kind of business partners that are just signed a franchise agreement. So I'm going to start with them. First is take a moment to celebrate. This is an awesome, exciting, a little scary thing to embark on. For all of the things we're going to talk about, from signing until doors open, whether literal or virtual, there's going to be a ton. You're going to be going so fast. Take a moment, congratulate yourself, have a little fun, have a little celebration, whatever that might look like. So I want to talk about the timeline, and it differs. I'm going to put this kind of in three categories. Are you about to start a retail-based franchise? Are you about to start a franchise non-retail, but requires some type of licensing? And then one that is non-retail based, no license. So the retail one obviously is the longest. And depending on the size of this, are we building something from scratch? 12 months plus. If it is something, probably the more common things that are kind of in a strip mall, we're not building, we are finding and kind of doing the build out in an existing structure, 6 to 9 months on average with this. So there's a lot that goes into that. But so again, you're listening because you're at least thinking about franchise ownership. You need to get on the phone with us because we need to get going, because this whole journey to find the franchise is a couple months. And then now we're talking about that timeline of getting open. So retail, think minimum 6 months. If it is retail, what are the three most important things? Location, location, location. Be diligent, take your time, but also when you find that thing, pounce. Clients a little over a year ago had a perfect site, what should have been a perfect site, hesitated, weren't sure, wanted to kind of keep looking. Next thing you know, it was gone, delayed them for almost 3 months getting open. And again, trust the franchise on there. They're not going to allow you to start and pick a location that's just god awful. They can't make you do the one that they know is a good one. They are there to recommend. And again, it is kind of their job to help make sure you found the best location, best lease, best negotiations on the build out, all of those things. So while you're doing that, then just in general, you're going to have all sorts of things that you're going to be working on behind the scenes. Like we always talk about the training and the actual training of any franchise. In almost always case, there's going to be some of that that's going to be in person, week, 2 weeks at the franchise headquarters, typically right before you're opening. But the actual training is really a small part of everything that's going to happen. You're going to get connected and you're going to meet all these people at the discovery day or meet the team day right before you're ready to get awarded and sign the franchise agreement. Who all is on their internal team? The onboarding specialists, training, the marketing people, any business coaches that you're going to have. Is there real estate teams that you're going to work with? If it's something that requires licensing, there's going to be somebody there. You may have a half a dozen different people that are going to help you get through what is going to be a pre-opening checklist that is a mile long. It gets you off to that fast start with this. So all those different checklists, all the onboarding things that you're going to do, all the different pre-training, and then the actual in-person training. If it's retail, site selection, lease negotiation, build out, and everything that's going to go with that, just know, sign that franchise agreement. You're going to have somewhere between 6 to 12 months for that. What if it's not retail? So if it is license-based things, there are some home service type of franchises that require that, especially in certain states are really a little bit more stringent on that. Other states, basically, can you fog a mirror? You're good to go. So there are some things, anytime you're building, replacing things, something maybe more skilled, plumber, electrician, HVAC, things of that nature, there's going to be licensing required. So that could be license and state specific. Sometimes you can still get that done in a couple months. Other times it may get close to six months for some things like that. But it allows you, again, we know those timelines going in based on the franchise, the industry, and the state. So we can kind of plan. Hey, is that something we need to target 6 months? Great. Is that something I think we can push and try to get this in 90 days? We've got that too. Then if it is a non-licensed business, so you sign the franchise agreement today for a non-retail, non-licensed business, how fast can you get open? Is like really pushing it and getting after it, but usually think 60 to 90 days. Why so long? We don't need real estate. We don't need licensing. Well, we still need marketing. You need to learn the systems, of which there will be many. Do you need to hire anybody? And again, even if it's the most basic person that you need to get on board, you need to be able to find them. That's not instantaneous, right? That's going to take time. And then again, the marketing standpoint, it's not about getting open. It's about getting open ready to take off quickly and have people you're going to go talk to, whether it's appointments already booked for your home service type of situation. Is it, a business client, whatever. You've got people to go talk to. You've got networking, connectors, all of those different things to get out and go see. That takes some time to build that up. But what if it needs to take a little bit longer for whatever reason? Does that mean we need to slow down the process of looking for a franchise? Absolutely not. Because typical language in a franchise agreement is going to give you usually up to 6 months without any sort of exceptions to get started. I signed the franchise agreement today, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I can be ready in 60 to 90 days. I think closer to 6 months is a reasonable timeline to get everything I need done for the business, but also make sure that I'm back 100%. No franchise on the planet is going to argue with that. And if they do, call me, because that's ridiculous, right? So as long as it is something reasonable like that, that's pretty easy to kind of stretch that out. There are times the thought that, especially during the process, right? Like, hey, we're getting close to the end. I've got a couple more weeks of this vetting. And then it's meet the team day, it's signed a franchise agreement, but I've got X, Y, and Z going on. I need to stop the process. Because again, signing a franchise agreement to be open at a minimum across the board, you've got 6 months. In most cases, you're not going to want to take that long if you don't have to. For those non-licensed, non-retail things, even some of the licensing things, most times you can get it done before then. So you will want to do it quicker, but it is a much bigger window. When we see the checklist for the onboarding, all the people that you're going to be working with, all the things you have to do, not to mention just simply let the marketing get started and work for you, it's 60 to 90 days. So just to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like, I always suggest really 2 things after signing a franchise agreement. One, celebrate. Whatever celebrate is, go do it. And then, as best as possible, this is almost a little counterintuitive because you're about to you're investing money into a business, take a vacation. And it could be a long weekend. Do that to just get yourself set. Take a breath, because once you get started, you're not going to want to slow down. You're going to be into the business. You're going to be excited about it. It's not going to feel like work. The time is going to move really fast. There's so many of our clients that have started franchises that we've had on the show to talk that came from the podcast. And the one recurring theme is don't wait. Get on the phone, reach out to us. FranCoach.net, franchising101podcast.net. Send us a message. Let's get that first call set up. Let's dig into this a little bit more. Figure out what you're looking for. We'll walk you through the process, see how we can help. Never, ever, ever any fee for our service. We're like recruiters, folks. We're compensated by the franchisors. Our goal is to educate you to see if this is the path for you.